nuisance noise, ongoing litter, car stereos, and Scout and Lee Park is directly across from our house. I've talked to the mayor directly about this several times. He's asked that I continue to call the police anytime that there's a problem with the noise or if the kids are there after dark. And so for several weeks, we've tried calling the police, and just this has been something we've done for 2 years now. And I proposed an idea to him: instead of us wasting the cops' time, why not just remove the basketball courts? The basketball courts at the Parsons Park are a half a mile away. It's in broad daylight. Everyone can see it when they drive past. The reason the kids come down, and I shouldn't even say kids, these are adults that play across the street from my house. The reason they come down there is it's a one-way street. They know that it doesn't get patrolled very often. They know that they can pretty much do whatever they want down there, and if nobody says anything. The mayor had mentioned to us that it wasn't that simple, that it was about the funding source. Well, I'd like to know where the funding source is so I can get in touch with them. I mean, these are our homes. It's our quality of life, our own peace of mind. That it's just, we can't even stay. My wife and I won't even stay home at night when I come home from work. I can't sit in my living room and watch TV without hearing language, car stereos. And I'd like to know what I can do about it.
Does anybody have any? Mr. Barrett, you have brought this up previously.
So the problem isn't the whole park, it's the basketball court, basically. Is that correct? Or
Nope.
Pretty much that draws the people that you're speaking about.
Yes, can I add something? I'm not asking to remove the park. And that's, I mean, I would love for the kids to be able to play at the park, but right now they do not. Most of the time it's covered in trash and shopping carts. And
would you put your phone number on here, and one of us will contact you and see what we can accomplish with that.
I'll relay this.
Can I say too that
Go ahead, but real quick, because there's no back and forth. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I guess that's my point with it. Instead of wasting the cops' time, and I know that they have more important things to be doing, why not eliminate the problem at its source? It won't completely eliminate everything, but 90% of the problems come from that.
Mr. Thomas?
When we were at the league at the event, they had it, their Parson K, I think, had it, was not a portable basketball stand, but one that was easily taken down and secured at the end of each day. There's a way to be able to put some kind of a padlock on the pipe and collapse it down and put the padlock back through, so they can't use it after a certain time. Maybe that might be a solution, that you're not going to be hanging around trying to play basketball.
Is it used a
Mr.
lot?
Barrett, are you done, Mr. Thomas? Go ahead, Mike.
Is it used a lot during the daytime?
It's used every single day.
Okay. Someone will be in touch with you. I'm not guaranteeing it won't be till the end of next week, but we will try to, and we'll get to the policeman, and Drew will take care of that. Okay? We'll try our best. Charles Urban, please.
Nice job. My granddaughter went to pick her.
Charles Urban, 80 Greenwood Township, Easton. Okay, formerly from Wilkes-Barre, 50 years. I come into the city quite often, and I just want to bring to your attention, Public Square, when you're driving around Public Square, you have the right of way, and then you get people from north, east, west, and south driving around. They come right in front of you, almost causing an accident. And I think the person driving around the square has the right of way, not the ones entering. They should yield. I suggest to me we should put some yield signs. It's very frustrating because I do traveling to Harrisburg. When you're going down the 81 and you're in this lane and then this lane here, and a car comes out, it's supposed to yield. They don't yield and go right in front. You can't move over. You got to slam your brakes on. And the same thing over here the other day. I just just going by, the guy cut in front of me, he has a cell phone in his hand, and he cut behind me. I mean, the police can't be around all the time, but I think that's a good idea, the cell phone ordinance. Okay, that's all I have to say.
I just have a comment for you, and we're gonna look into this, because someone was stopped by a policeman maybe 2 months ago. And I always thought like you do, and I'm still not really sure, that the square had the right of way.
Right.
But he stopped a friend of mine because he was coming out of Market Street, I believe, and going right into North Main.
Yeah.
And he stopped her and told her that he had the right of way. She did not, and she was going around the square. So I never really got a true answer for it, but I will try and find out for you.
The law states, you're going around the store, you have the right of way.
We're trying to
I
find
mean,
out.
and you're coming in, and another thing is that the white line, a solid white line, you don't cross it. It's a, I mean, you know, you see, especially these youngsters coming around, these cell phones right around, that's funny. Matter of fact, I was just coming over from Market Street over there, and right around the square, coming up from South Main Street. I'm coming this way, and the guy comes over right in front of me. He cut me off short.
Mr. Thomas?
One thing on Charlie. About 30 years ago, there was a gentleman in the city who wanted to do something with the river. And ever since that time, it was Charlie that started Riverfest. And everybody thinks it was just started 2-3 years ago.
No.
This gentleman started it 30 years ago, and he's the one that got us a park ranger and did a great job for how many years you were over there, and I just want to thank you for that, because now look what we have. And what you started.
We have River Festival, June Rivers Month, and so on. And unfortunately,
Give a hoop.
We have had $80,000 walking around money for Woodsy the Owl and all that, but I will not get into it. You know, so we're on the rail to trail from Pittston all the way down to the Fort Blanche River, then to come into Wilkes-Barre. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you.
Roy, live at 47 Orchard Street, Wilkes-Barre, homeowner. I just want to thank the members. On Easter Sunday, we had a problem down there on our street. And the mayor always said you can call them at home. Well, we took them up on that. And the mayor came out within 10 minutes, sending the city inspector out and handled the problem on a Sunday. And I want to thank the mayor for what he did for us that day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sam?
First of all, I just want to comment or ask about the city's financial status. This handout that Bob Lebowski gave out, which I assume is somewhat of an exaggeration, says the city is almost $100 million in debt. I don't think anybody here in this august body would agree with that. But the status of the city is still somewhat, for me, shrouded in mystery. I guess maybe because they haven't gone online and checked it out. Maybe I can find more information there. I just wondered, I assume that the city isn't broken. The credit rating has been restored from what I've been reading in the papers. I know we spent a good deal of money to restore that rating, but I guess it's been worth it. I was kind of disappointed, by the way, that the mayor isn't here, because I was going to ask him a couple of these questions. Be more apropos if he answered it. But in light of the fact that, let's say this, maybe somebody could reveal when I'm done here, the city's financial status. The city's financial status is not so dire. I'm asking, I read an article in the Times Leader here the other day about the possibility that this reach might have to close, and as a result, a number of homeless men will be left with few options. It is a drop-in center which gives support. I don't think it gives them sleeping quarters, but it does provide other forms of support. And this is going to be forced to close because of a funding cut. The comment here from the person in charge is that because of government cuts, no more drop-ins, no more breakfast, no more showers, mail, telephone, nowhere for the unsheltered homeless to go, really. There's no other drop-in or case management service. I was referring them to all sorts of job programs and housing assistance and helping them fill out applications for welfare and public housing and telling them about different programs.
Now, in light of the fact that there was an article in yesterday, I believe, about Mrs. Kane commenting that there were certain, I don't know if she used this word, unsavory characters hanging around public square in front of the embassy stand. Isn't this going to make the situation, this is going to aggravate that situation somewhat more? In light of the fact these people are not going to have any, it's going to close, I think, July 1, they said, once they get some funding infusion. So I was wondering if maybe I know how you people don't necessarily like to take public commentary to heart too much, but I would strongly suggest council considering finding, assuming that the city's financial situation is not so dire, which I don't think it is, maybe to find a few $1,000s, $5,000, let's say, or whatever might be feasible to make get this program, back on track, so that these homeless people will have somewhere to go during the day. And it refers, I think, to what this gentleman said just before about the negative image that, isn't this going to add to our so-called negative image if we have more of these people hanging around the city on public square? I mean, aside from the humanitarian concern, God forbid, we should have some altruistic motives here to help people in need. I think that the city has found it, hasn't found it too difficult to help out other so-called special interests who already are pretty well financially sound. I could name them off here, and I can rattle off names, but I think that's going to take away from my time, and I don't want to do that. I'm talking about all these projects that I've gone through, where a lot of people have benefited from that. Here are people that are in dire need, and I think it would be in the best interest of the city for various reasons to find a few $1,000s to donate
Sam, you have a minute.
to this cause. And I don't know if Marie McCormick could get into the remaining time I have here, if you want to comment, Marie. I wonder now with the completion of the intermodal, as you know, I don't look too kindly on that project right now, and the Cole Street project as well. I mean, somebody's got to disagree. That's why we have a democracy, right? Everybody can't be in agreement. But I wondered if that's become, there's a comment here in the endorsement for Mayor Latham and the leader that, for instance, one of the reasons they endorsed him was that downtown provides the largest single infusion of tax dollars to city coffers, benefiting all residents. I happen not to agree with that because, first of all, there's a lot of tax-exempt businesses down there. But I wonder, for instance, is the intermodal providing...
Okay, Sam, do you want some answers? Or you have 2 questions to ask Marie, and then you're done.
All right, just wondering if that's providing the city with any income now, or is projected to provide the city with income. Also, the Cole Street expansion program where the Penguins are renting there, where we also have that other business, I can't think of their name, actually running the show.
Okay.
Is there any projected revenue there, or is any revenue coming in
Ms.
now?
McCormick, please.
As far as the garage goes, as you know, it was built with federal, state money and a city bond. It's a revenue bond. So the revenue from the parking pays for the bond. And I don't know how many years out the bond is, but as with other projects throughout the ages here in the city of Wilkes-Barre, we do fund projects with revenue bonds. The Cole Street Park, the office building you're referring to, that is, all of those tenants are paying money. They also have obligations, but they will actually...
You couldn't be specific, could you, Ms. Thomas?
I can't because it's not my project, as you know. I can't tell you dollars, okay? They're all paying, and they will eventually contribute to the tax base. So that's as much as I could tell you. They're paying market rate. Anybody?
Okay. I just have one comment, too. Cole Street Park, have you been in it since you keep complaining about it?
I've seen it.
Have you been in it?
Yeah, I've been.
Okay, it's a beautiful facility used by many, many people. Second thing is, when you tell us that council does not take anything into account of what people say,